What's up guys, it's your beezybrah685 and I'm back again with another one. Shout out to everyone who's back once again. I'm trying to speak with energy but also not too loud because it's like 8:30 at the moment. Anyway, shout out to everyone who's here. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be reacting to hooliganhefs and it's called Off Guard. Is it Off Guard? Yeah, Off Guard. Came out a couple of hours ago. When did it come out? Was it 7 I think? Or was it 5? I don't know, it came out a bit. I think it was 7, yeah. So we're just gonna get straight into it. Obviously I've already watched it here and there, but anyways, that's besides the point. Shout out to Hooliganhefs and all his team, Crazy Visions and everyone else who's a part of his projects that he makes. And yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it, eh? Try to keep it as short as possible. So yeah, without further ado, this is hooliganhefs, Off Guard. Go check it out. I like that. Tell them I'm doing this. I swear he should just, even though a lot of people before he started like saying it, said it, he's, you know, spread that around everywhere, further than, you know, Western Sydney. Yeah, like for me, when you hear tell them I'm doing Itwa or Itwa or however you want to pronounce it, it's synonymous with hooliganhefs now, you know what I mean? Yeah. You always hear a lot of people say it too. And it's not necessarily sometimes they say it as a joke, but they say like a laugh, but it's like when they say it, you know what they're referencing to or referring to. But yeah, anyways. I like that. I like the fact that it's not that he always has to, but he always does. I'm pretty sure in like pretty much every single video he's done, he always puts in that mural away. So if you've ever been to Doonside, that mural's like, that mural's been there for ages, but it's pretty much in the middle of, I'd say, the whole area, or where the main, you know, where most of the people would go or congregate. So it's like near the station, near the shops. It's pretty much right in the middle. It's hard to miss if you grew up there or just been there a couple of times. You know, you'd see it getting off the train. So yeah, I always love seeing that. It's like iconic places within the areas wherever certain rappers from, not even hefs, like 1-4 or Pistol Peter Enzo, you know what I mean? Things that you can relate. It's like, oh yeah, you know. I like that. Did you hear when he said that? I didn't, because for me, when I listen to the songs and watch the visuals, like the first few times, there's always a lot that goes over the head, only because there's so much, like for me, what I'm looking at, there's so much to like take in, like the visuals, the body, like I'm looking at how they're moving, the eye movement, how they're saying the words of the same, you know, the tone of voice, etc., and how it all interlocks together and what it paints overall, you know, what picture it paints. So, you know what I mean? And then I'm also like looking at how the videographer actually shot it, like the different angles he used and the lighting and all that. And yeah, I always just buzz out on a lot of things. So that for me, the more and more I watch it, the more and more I pick up on certain things, whether it be the lyrics, whether it be, you know, body language or hand gestures that added into it, maybe things that were going on in the background, maybe certain, yeah, like the lyrics, but yeah, how certain words, what it meant and all that, same thing. But yeah, so. I went past it. Where was it? They could never catch me off guard. What did he say? Even if I haven't got that, I got heart. must be dust in this room or something. But that's a bad line. When I only just clicked literally with that line like maybe 10 minutes ago. I've been listening to it for at least like an hour, you know what I mean? Or ever since it's come out, I've just been replaying, watching the visuals, sitting there chilling. And then I was watching what's his name? Hefner's one. But yeah, that only just clicked to me before and I was like, oh shit. That one never made Dude, was he taking shots at people with this? I think this one went over too. All those trappers that we took apart. See, before I thought he said trap. Yeah, the trappers that we took apart. I don't know what he means, like if I'm correct in what I'm hearing, but I think he's saying, I remember those trappers when they had heart, they only lasted until we put on that mask. Nah, that's a bad line now if anybody, you know what I mean? They are only willing to go a certain distance until things, you know, escalated and went to another level. Is when, you know, they backed off and didn't want that, you know what I mean? And I guess, even though this is more entertainment, you know, if you were to take it into, like if it was reality, you know what I mean? You know, there's always going to be people that are going to try and one up you, or they're just going to be forced to, you know what I mean? They're going to be put in a predicament where they have to do it or not, and it dictates what happens to them, sort of. So you know what I mean? You're forever going to play this domino, not even just you, but just everyone within that scene, you know? Starts off as fist fighting, goes to knives and like, you know, maybe bats and stuff to hammers. Next thing you know, now there's guns, and you know what I mean? It's like, just like escalation continues, and it's like, who's willing to go the distance and who's willing, you know, to, you know, how far you're willing to go pretty much. I guess the more it escalates, in general, in my opinion, the more you'd see everyone start dropping off, and you know, but I like that one, that's pretty bad.
Getting home early, sleep for the day, then I knock back to nurture. Highway to hell, no exit, no turning. No
highway to hell, no exit, no turning. All those missions, fucking hell.
9 to 5, but we'll still earning. Had a lot to keep learning. All of our bridges were burning, I know they're burning.
And so it paints a mad picture, for like the like from an entertainment standpoint, you know what I mean? Like, young, taking, you know, doing certain things, taking mad risks, you know, living a certain life that you wouldn't expect someone of that age to be living, you know, just everything associated with that, you know what I mean? With that in itself is buzzy, you know, how many people, theoretically speaking, that age are doing those type of things or involved in those type of things, or would even understand those type of things, you know what I mean? And then he goes on to say, you know, even though, like how I interpret it is like, we're doing all these, we still have a lot to learn and a lot to, you know, to go through and experience. But this is what, you know? And then I think he says like, we're burning bridges. When I refer to like burning bridges, it means like breakdown of relationships or burning relationships, or like pretty much, you know, creating enemies, you know. The more and more we're going down this path, the more and more certain people either we're making enemies with, and then we no longer have that, you know, connection. Not necessarily our best friends or anything, but maybe like, you know them from the area, and then now it's like different. Now you're rivals. I don't know what he means, but that's my take on it.
We still earning, had a lot to keep learning. All of our bridges were burning, I know they're burning. But if you...
Or maybe maybe he's saying like our options, the life we're living, theoretically speaking. You know, this is us, you know, everyone's like innocent theoretically when they're younger, but as they got older, as they you know, went down a certain path, they you know, these are the options they had, and then it just, the choices you make, you know, sort of forces you to less. Oh man.
One of the back in night, the band will burst. Trying to send you, the drama's never ending. Can't believe that I
Drama's never ending. See, like, straight up, when I listen to it, like I say, I always listen to the songs before I do it. I don't really like stop frame for frame, obviously, I'm just listening to it over and over. So like, as I'm doing it, I pick up a lot of things more than before, you know what I mean? And I think
to keep learning, all of our bridges were burning, I know they're burning. But every one of the back in night, the band will burst. Trying to send you, the drama's never ending. Can't believe that I hope it ends. Get those sleeping on the knees, you're trending. One of us didn't got Charles pending. One time I get direction, bruh. I don't know where I'm headed. This life through, you know I'm dead. My crew's known for that 2-1.
I feel like, you know, now that I'm slowing it down, is like he's reminiscing, you know what I mean? Theoretically speaking, he's like thinking back where it all started, you know, where it all really came from, sort of, and, you know, just you know, and then like, because I've heard later, it's like he's just buzzing out on like, you know, where all this was before, where we were before, and all the little, you know, you laugh about it now, this, that, the things. And then just buzzing out like, look how far we've come, or we can't believe that we're here, you know what I mean? Or that, you know, pretty much it's not even like Facebook famous or Insta famous. It's like literally, you know what I mean? It's like more than area famous. It's pretty much famous, like known within the whole of Australia pretty much. Obviously internationally, but you know, his hard out would be known. And not even just him, you know, a few other artists within Australia and Sydney and that. Also like if you watch this and you keep rewatching it, then you pick up on like throughout, even though shooting a video clip is also like how would I say, incorporating, like it's sort of like a movie where it's like, so at the start if you watched, he's like with his boys, you know what I mean, and it looks like he's just, they're talking about something, but later on when you're able to put it together, it's like they're planning armed robbery, you know what I mean? So they're doing all this planning whilst he's going through. He's talking about, you know, this, that, and the other, but all these little snippets here and there. Then we're up to the bit where they're like getting out the car, you know, running in, getting in another car, this, that. I know I was seeing a lot of comments that were like, I can't believe you burnt a car. But I mean, I know, probably kids, but good visual effects there. But it looks really good, like that was really clean too. I was like, wow, that's clean. Gotta get rid of all that DNA, fingerprints. See, here is lyrics. Too much worrying on the visuals, not enough on the lyrics. See, like labels trying to speak to me about music, still spinning now. Like, how did I do this? So, you know, he's probably still buzzing, you know what I mean? Just all of them, you know, from, yeah, and I just feel like if you listen to the whole song over and over again, you sort of get that vibe, you know what I mean? Oh, what do you say again? Oh, what is here? One ball runner is my type of army. So, how I interpret that is like, you know, you can have 10 or 15 or 20 boys, but you know, how many do you really got who are really willing to go, you know, the extra mile pretty much. And then, so with all of that, and then how he says like, I'd rather, you know what I mean? Instead of having 20 with me or 15 or 10, I'd rather just have, you know, the ones that would actually really, you know? And that's pretty true. Bro, when I first said that, I was fucking cracking eyes. Oh shit, they feel like origami. Shy. Fuck, I keep talking.
One more ride, my top of army. Come to the concept, order for a bomb. I think I see like I ordered a bomb. Still making flips like I'm cooking a bomb. Everyone around me.
Still make it flip. Did he say I still make it?
I think I see like I ordered a bomb. Still making flips like I'm cooking a bomb. Everyone around.
I'm still making flips like I'm cooking in the body. Still in that grind, bro. Still hustling. Still, you know, chasing that paper. Doing whatever he needs to, you know, double up. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Dang, that's pretty bad. I like that. We're leaving these dogs in puddles or something. That's pretty beautiful. I like that line too. You know, also if you like always listen to a lot of my documentaries, you know, gotta respect that hustle. You know, it doesn't matter how they got to where they were. You know, generally, like just anyone, you know what I mean. If they got to a certain level, you gotta like fire and buzzy. You know what I mean? It's how they did it. You know, just going through all those obstacles and boundaries and, you know, breaking through what society says you can and cannot do, or what's achievable and what isn't, or, you know, oh nah, you know what I mean? So, you know, what they've created, not just even hooliganhefs, but, you know, a lot of other groups or artists, or, you know, content creators, and where the potential, where they can potentially end up, wow, you know. President made check, right? I like that. Hey, it's the boy Elijah Yo. My drillers putting in the tea. What did he say? We don't net bang or something. I remember he said something on the internet. We don't beef on the net for everyone to see. I like that too, you know what I mean? And I've always said that, I don't know if I said it publicly, like, I'm pretty sure I have, but you know what it was, you know. Reality is all the biggest, you know, who are really deep, you probably never know who they are. You know, because reality is, you know, why would you want everyone to know who you are and what you're doing, you know? You just put a target on yourself. Target from, you know, the boys in blue, target from the public saying like, how can this person get away with it, or like just get jealous because you got money, and then you just got other people just want to rob you, you know what I mean? So, you know, and that's just the three, you know, obvious factors. There's probably other ones too, you know, or even your competition and all this other stuff. So, yeah, what good can come of it? Trying to flash, you know. I think, I'm not saying I know, but you know, everything you see in movies, even though it's a movie, you know, a lot of, like how I look at movies, a lot of it is based on, you know, historic events. Not historic, but, you know, events that happen or past things that have happened. So, and you know, you always see it, you know, the ones that don't last as long as the ones that do last generally are always the flashy ones, or the ones that talk plot, you know what I mean? Or the ones that like to do things either irrationally, like out of ego, or like, you know what I mean? Whereas the ones that do last are like the quiet ones, the ones that don't necessarily have like outbursts of emotion, or like, you know, do things for ego, like to try and prove to other people. Why? Because they know who they are and they're comfortable and they know what they're capable of, you know what I mean? And they've been through all that. They got to a certain point where they're like, you know, we're on this level. And I always say to the boys, you know, if you know you're on this level and there's another group or people trying to talk, you know, a certain type of way, like to use, the moment you like, how to say, acknowledge them, you inadvertently like legitimize them, you know what I mean? Because out of everyone in the whole entire world, you clap back at them, which, you know, makes you either got touched by what they're saying, or what they're saying is holy facts, or, you know, either. So I think for me the best is just to like, whatever, anyways.
No more people putting in OT. Free my brothers, free the OC. We just lost 2 soldiers.
Hey, shout out to all our boys. You know, I swear, when I talk to a lot of people, it's like no one really knew. You know what I mean by no one? I'm talking about like the public, like people that don't know those people. No one knew what OC was. You know what I mean? And all of that sort of stuff until hefs really put them all on the map. But besides putting them on the map, I feel like a lot of these songs are like how would I say, anthems for not just his area, not just his his set or his team, but also those group of people as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they all buzz when they hear that. Yeah, fucking know.
I rock big, we're good anywhere outside of Reminiscing. I promise I ain't there lost.
Our boys are good outside or in prison.
Soldiers, I rock big, we're good anywhere outside of Reminiscing. I promise I ain't there lost in the season. Still hope.
My brothers gave half their life for the system. Whether he's talking about his brothers, like his blood brothers, or his, the people he grew up with, and the people he's been through things, came through the ranks with, that's dang.
Now but still feels different, we know who's about it.
What do you say?
Free the OC, we just lost 2 soldiers, I rock big, we're good anywhere outside of Reminiscing. I promise I ain't there lost in the season. Still hold it down but still feels different, we know who's about it.
What do you say? I still hold it down for something, but it feels different.
I promise I ain't there lost in the season. Still hold it down but still feels different, we know who's about it and who isn't.
That's bad. We know who's about it and who isn't. I like this song about you. Far out, bro. Look at that. Still like 10 grand. Probably more, depending. It's a lot of money. Shit. How much is that? I like this shot, you know what I mean? It's a mad finish. Also just how it finished too, going through the roller door, coming in, and then when you sort of like I said before, go back and just keep watching it, you see the style where they're planning it, and then they're pulling up in the car and they're doing, what they're doing, and then they get in another car, another car, drive off, you know what I mean? And they come and they're like, what you always do after, a successful anything, you're happy, cheering, yes. Yeah, I like this is pause my sucker. That was hooliganhefs Off Guard. So go check it out if you haven't already. Go give it a gaze, go run up the numbers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry about that. Set some, Nah, the camera cuts off at the same time. But yeah, as I was saying, I want to know why it's called, I'm curious to know why it's called Off Guard. I still haven't really connected, what is what, and why it's called that, Off Guard. Maybe he's saying they catch you off guard when you're working at your store, and I didn't even know. Because he didn't really reference catching people or, catching people lacking. It was just pretty much, I feel, the thing that I like about this is just the whole reminiscing bit, you know what I mean? And I feel like, a lot of people that have been through a certain lifestyle, whether you're, with your main boys, the ones you came through everything with, you might be able to drink up, just like a chill, not like a hideout drink, just you with the crew. And then he's always you go through all the phases of the jokes, the this, the that, and then you get to that part of where he's all reminiscing. Remember when? Remember back when? Or remember that time when? And I feel like I can sort of relate, not to what he's talking about, but just the whole reminiscing bit with your boys, you know what I mean? And just the whole, the beat goes with it, the visuals and just everything like that. And then, you know what I mean? Where it all started and so how it all was linked in, or how it all correlated to like where they are now, you know what I mean? Not just him, but all his people. Some inside, some have gone inside, some, you know, some have passed away, some have, you know, just everything, you know what I mean? So I like the whole structure of the rap, the song in general, and then, you know, also, and then when you break down the actual lyrics, you know what I mean? All of that, the lingo, the words, yeah. Right, I'm gonna say I reckon the visuals for this is probably one of the best, as in, like, I'm not saying the other visuals are not clean and all that, but I think for me, it's just the whole how it was shot, you know what I mean? The lighting and everything. Seen that beat, like I think it was near the start of the video, maybe in the first minute, where he's like staring at camera, looks like that. It looks like, have you seen those music videos where they're like drunk in a club, but they're like following the camera, and like their face sort of stays still, but their body moves around? Well, that's pretty trippy. But yeah, what else? Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like this is like a chill song. Well, it is a chill song, it's not like an upbeat, whatever. But yeah, anyways, you know what I mean. Shout out to Hooligan Hefs, shout out to all these people. Keep doing what you're doing, keep putting on for your people. You know what I mean, making those anthem songs, telling your stories, or creating, you know, entertainment. And anyone else out there. And yeah, but I'm really curious, you know, why is it called Off Guard? Because maybe I'll click later why it's called Off Guard, but maybe it's not even called Off Guard, I can't read properly. And yeah. Oh yeah, I seen in the comments someone was like, why does he sound like a certain type of way? But then I was gonna comment, but I couldn't be bothered like replying. But I mean, you gotta notice he's got braces, and if you don't know anyone in his braces, it's not hard to talk, but it also gets in the way of, in my opinion, I'm not too sure scientifically if it does, but I just assume it gets in the way of the wind, and so it makes the sound different, you know what I mean? It makes it, I wouldn't say hard to talk, but you know, you gotta like give a bit more effort when you try to get words, because you got all this metal shit there. But yeah, anyways, I don't know, up to you. That's just what I think, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, that was Hooliganhefs, Off Guard, for the 10th time. Shout out to everyone who watched this time. You gotta go run it up, check it out, let's go.
Hey, Philly 1-4 2770 1-4, fuck 'em all.